Good morning, everyone. I hope your weekend was very good. There's a big smile on Pradnya's face. That makes our day also. So, continuing with our special week of relationship, I don't think there would be a single person on the group who can claim and who can tell us that there were no ups and downs in their life with the relationship. Does everybody agree to me that there are ups and downs in your life when you are handling the relationship? Yeah? Yes. Everybody feels that there are ups and downs that people feel with the relationship. And as we decided and as we explained to work on the self love first, was the reason that the relationship that we share with ourselves defines all our relationship outside. I really hope and I really wish that each one of you have listened to the two powerful meditations given to you last week. Each one of you have listened to those downloads because the minute you establish your relationship with yourself, which is very strong and very powerful, it automatically starts setting the ball to roll on and it will start showing difference. So before I start today's releasing the limiting beliefs and cleansing, I would like to do a poll. And in this poll, I want to know that anytime you have a problem in relationship, your problem in relationship would be either with your partner, with your parents, with your children, or in short, with your family. So we are taking spouse different than family. Distant family also gets included in that, or at your workplace. So tomorrow I will start working specifically with one particular relationship. But in each relationship, that relationship makes you feel in a particular way. Either the person feels being cheated by, they feel there is an inequality, they feel I am not being heard by someone. They find the other people very authoritative, dominating, getting into their space constantly, or they feel there is a lack of expression. So, if they feel that nobody loves them because there is a lack of expression, so majority time client comes and says, "Oh, my partner doesn't love me." And when it begins, then after 1 hour, they are like, "No, actually, my partner does love me, but never expresses their love." And that's what makes me feel, if at all, if they would have done that, it would have been much better. So, on a broader spectrum, there are underlying lot of verticals which we can open up on a broader spectrum. These are the certain things. These are the emotions which starts defining our that particular relationship. It doesn't matter what relationship are we working on. Are we working on with a partner? Are we working with the workplace? Are you feel that there's a lot of politics which is going on and you can't handle it? So, or at a family you feel unheard or you are not able to handle them, it really are all interconnected. So we would like to do a poll and each one those feeling which one is very overpowering, so in that you can just simply put your numbers 1 2 3 4 5 on the list of priority, that I feel this, or you can tick that yes, this is what I feel. So each one go on your screen. Mac, can you please share the poll to them?
Yes, ma'am, it's shared.
Yeah, just a minute. She is sharing a poll with you all.
It's
And
shared, ma'am. We've started getting responses also.
as I said, put it on the priority thing. Are you able to share the poll, Meg?
Yes, ma'am. It is already shared and we have started getting responses also.
You all are putting the numbers also, right? On priority, which one has the maximum number? Yeah. Okay, there is an option of putting the number and probably on the chat. Okay. Meg, they just need the poll again little bit so they know
Yes.
exactly. On the chat you can put on the priority which one was your number 1, 2, 3, or 4. So based on that we get to understand. So the maximum people have said that they find people around them are very dominating. That's got the highest number. I feel nobody loves me is the lowest number, what normally we constantly claim. And I feel being unheard by is number 2 on the highest priority. So, like 52% people felt so unheard by and feeling being dominated by. And after that is no one understands me, and then fear of losing and feeling cheated is more or less equal. Wow. Okay. So let us start working on the dominance part first. And I feel being unheard by. So each one knows You can take any hand, left or right. We will start with the B technique because I want maximum release to happen. And any explanation that needs to be done, we will do it later. But I first need all of you to release this thing. So take any left, you can tap it, you can rub it. And with me, you can speak it either loudly or you can speak it in your mind. Both the things are fine. Although, and to everyone, whether you feel being dominated by somebody or not, it does not matter. There is a part of you which would have felt it at somewhere. So please do any point that you may have ticked or you may not have ticked, because each one is somewhere applicable to each one of us. So just take any one of your hand, tap it, and say, although I somewhere feel that people around me are very, very dominating, I still choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself. I still choose to deeply and completely heal and integrate that part of me. Although, when people around me are constantly very authoritative, either through their tone, either through the way in which the statements that they use, they speak to me, or either through their actions, many times only when their eyes speak more than their words. And the minute I see their eyes, there is a compulsive need in me to listen to them or to be a rebel. I do not know why have I chosen to have people around me who are so authoritative, so dominating, and rather than being more from the place of love and understanding. For them, it is my way or highway. And that makes me feel. I want each one to complete. How does that make you feel? Say that in your mind or loudly. I still choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself and heal and integrate that part of me. Although authority and dominance makes me feel. Please complete the sentence. For example, authority and dominance makes me feel being used by, makes me feel being unloved by, makes me feel being taken advantage of, makes me feel angry, makes me feel sad, makes me feel frustrated, makes me feel annoyed, makes me feel very irritated, makes me feel helpless, makes me feel hopeless, makes me feel there's no one for me, makes me feel I'm all alone, makes me feel I don't know what to do about it, makes me feel, oh God, please somebody come and help me out, makes me feel powerless. Anything else, whatever that makes you feel, makes me feel stagnated, makes me feel I am being stuck, makes me feel really like I want to give it back. I still choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself and heal and integrate that part of me. Although I genuinely do not know what belief of mine has attracted dominance in my life. It has been said that people are like our mirror reflection, and they are mirror reflecting our own behavior to teach us that lesson of life. So if I'm constantly attracting dominance in my life, I really fail to understand where do I mirror reflect it. Is it that there are people whom I find vulnerable? I am being dominant to them. I'm not listening to them. I am not coming from the place of safety and allow them to speak up. Or is it that I am too harsh on myself and I am very authoritative to myself. I'm very authoritative to my body. I'm very authoritative on every aspect of my life. Even if my body gives me a sign to take rest, I use the law of dominance and say, no, you have to work. My need of perfectionism makes me very dominating towards myself. My need of pleasing others makes me feel very dominating towards myself. My need to constantly be in the fear of losing people makes me very dominating towards myself. And I dominate to myself and say, you have to do it. If you don't do it, nobody will love me. You have to do that. Otherwise, people will leave you. You have to do this. I do not know which one of that the other person is mirror reflecting. Which one is my mirror reflection? But I'm ready to move on. Whether it is me being dominant to myself, whether it is me being dominant to others. I now choose to release myself from any obligation of having to learn from people around me to stop being dominating to others and to stop being dominating to myself. I still choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself. I still choose to deeply and completely heal and integrate that part of me. Although, whenever we attract people who are very authoritative, we feel being unheard by. We feel as if there is no one listening to me. It is always that even whether you ask question or they are question, but they only come up with the answer. They have their own rule book, and everybody has to follow that rule book. Not realizing and understanding that every human is different, every human has a different goal, every human has a different purpose of life, everybody is made different, everybody thinks differently, everybody acts differently. So it is okay for me to allow people for to be who they are, what they are, and how they are, and to allow myself to be who I am, what I am, and how I am. But somehow that doesn't happen. Probably because of my own childhood memories of not being heard by. Probably because I think that's the only way out. Probably that's what I have constantly seen in my family. Probably that is what I see in people around me that comes from the mass consciousness. I still choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself and heal and integrate that part of me. Both the hands on your chest. Close your eyes, 7 deep breath. You can keep your hands like this, both the hands on your chest. Breathe in through the nostril, breathe out through the mouth, breathing in the positive energy, breathing out all the negative energy. Breathing in all the positive energy, breathing out all the negativity. And I want each one to now think what would be the opposite word for dominance? Which aspect of it you would like to visualize and see that changing? And then the minute you have that word, you know that now you are replacing dominance with that word. And I want each one to tap on the thymus point. Thymus point is when you put your hand where your neck ends and where your hand ends. Exactly that point is your thymus point. So I want you to tap on the thymus point and say, change, changing, it is changed. Change, changing, it is changed. From being dominated by to being loved by, from being dominated by to feel being heard by, from being dominated by to have relationship which is based on understanding. Change, changing, it is changed. Change, changing, it is changed from feeling helpless in the situation to feel being free and liberated, from being tied down with the burden of responsibilities to feel being liberated by, from feeling sorrow and grief to joy, from anger to peace. Change, changing, it is changed. Change, changing, it is changed. From frustration to being in synchronicity with myself and others. From irritation, annoyance to being aligned with my own energies. From being unheard by to it is safe for me to hear and listen to others and my own self. From being harsh to myself to being loving to myself. Change, changing, it is changed. Change, changing, it is changed. Both the hands on your chest. Breathe in all the positive energy. Breathe out all that is blocking you. Keep breathing in. And allow yourself the normal breathing process now. Breathing in this beautiful energy of the divine. Breathing out all the fear, anxiety, doubts, need to prove yourself to others. Breathing in the energy of love, breathing out toxicity, breathing in unconditional love and light of the seventh plane of creator of all that is. Breathing out all the darkness. Keep breathing in deeply. And as you do that, would you like to know what it feels like to establish a relationship with others which is based on mutual faith, connection, understanding, love, care, respect, and honor for each other through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane of Creator of all that is? You know how to attract such relationship. You know how to be in such relationships. You know how to convert every relationship with such foundation. You know that it is safe for you to have such relationships. It is possible for you. And you're deserving of having such relationships. You know how to live your daily life, being in such relationships and creating these beautiful relationships. And to say that I attract relationships in my life which vibrate with love, honor, respect, care, mutual faith, understanding into every cell of your body, every area of your life, at all the four level of your beliefs, for your highest and best in the highest and best possible way for you. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. Creator, show me. Please say yes to receive these feelings. Creator of all that, as it is commanded to instill these feelings into everyone who says yes now and later while listening to these downloads, into any language that their mind understand for the highest and best in the highest and best possible way. Thank you. Would you like to understand what it feels like to go through your resolution of karmic cycle through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane of Creator of all that is? You know what it feels like to be self motivated and release people around me from any karmic obligation of teaching you and pushing you to your limits and motivate you to be the better version of yourself. Would you like to know what it feels like to go through the learnings of life with the energy of love through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane of Creator of all that is? And release yourself and those people who are dominant in your life from any karmic obligation that might be pending to teach each other the lesson of life, to stop being dominating to the self, to stop being harsh to the self, and to stop being dominating to others. Through your words, your actions, and may that be through your silence, you are now releasing them. Any part of their soul fragmented energy that may have been taken in by you, you are now sending the soul fragment energy of all those people who are dominant in your life to the light of the creator of all that is to be cleared and cleansed and returned back to all of those people. And in return, you are asking them to return your soul fragments by sending it to the light of the creator of all that is to get that energy cleared and cleansed and getting it back into you to make you complete. Would you like to know what it feels like to forgive yourself for being harsh to yourself? Forgive yourself for being dominant to others. And forgive people who are dominating in your life. And to operate with forgiveness in your life. And that it's completely possible. And to know that it's possible to re-establish and everything in universe operates with change. And you now choose to change the relationship dynamics how you operate with, and that it is completely possible into every cell of your body, every area of your life, at all the four level of your beliefs for your highest and best in the highest and best possible way. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. Creator, show me. Please say yes to allow me to facilitate this process for all of you. Thank you. So, do I have the permission to clear and cleanse any time in the past that you may have got into fear or being scared of dominant people around you? May that have happened in your womb memories. May that have happened when you were as a kid. Across time and space, through different lifetimes, through generations, through eternity between the times. Any times you are vulnerable. Any psychic hook, psychic attacks that still keeps you in the position of attracting dominant people and dominance from people around you. Be released and be sent to the light of the creator of all that is to be, transformed into the energy of love, light, and healing, and allowing that unhealed energy of your to be healed and integrated back into you. Please say yes to allow this process to unfold. Thank you. So, do I have the permission to pull, cancel, and send to God's light any free floating memories in you that may have been making you vulnerable to dominance and people around you being very dominant, and to clear and cleanse that energy? Say yes to allow me to clear that those free floating memories from each one present here. Thank you. So, do I have the permission to download and instill the feeling of being at peace, being completely in the synchronicity with the universal force? I know what it feels like to be at peace with myself. I know what it feels like to be in charge of my life. I know I am in charge without any sabotaging, without holding myself responsible for everything that happens around me, without being in the fear zone, without any disconnection, without feeling disloyal, and that it's possible for me to be connected to my higher self, my angel guides, ascended masters, creator of all that is. I built my connection with myself today. I choose to connect with myself with love, care, peace, confidence, communication, clarity, embracing the new me, changing and connecting to the power in me, to the divine in me, into every cell of my body, every area of my life, at all the four level of my beliefs, in my highest and best possible way, for my highest and best. I choose to operate with these inner qualities now. And so it is. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Creator, show me. Please say yes to receive these feelings. Visualize beautiful pink light falling onto you. Every cell, fiber, tissue, molecule vibrating with this light. Feel the connection with the cell. Feel the love towards the cell. With each breath in, feeling happy, joyful, peaceful, bliss, and letting that breath spread that into your entire being. Congratulating yourself for taking the first step in life, to move beyond the cycle of fear, beyond the cycle of being dominated by, to create the cycle of faith and create the relationship of love with yourself and people around you. As I count you from 1 to 3, at the count of 3, feeling really good about yourself, you'll open your eyes in complete integration with your energy. 1, feeling good. 2, feeling rested yet energized. 3, coming back to this room completely integrated and balanced. Integrate, 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 balance, 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 integrate, 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 balance, 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 integrate, 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 balance, balance, balance. Coming back to this room, coming back to your awareness. Eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open, wide awake with a big, broad smile. Feeling really good about yourself and feeling energetic. You can just move your hands. You can just take it up. Feeling liberation, feeling that energy. You can move your neck. You can move yourself. So, taken in the first step towards redefining our relationship. Tomorrow, we'll take relationship with partner. It doesn't matter who are married people, who are not married, who are in a live-in relationship. It does not matter. You have lived across time and space many lifetimes. If you have any particular issue with the partner and you want us to address that, please put your request on the Facebook or the YouTube of Sesta Healing, and then I will be able to address that issue. If not, then I will go with a general flow. Thank you so much for joining from the team of Sesta Healing. With lots of gratitude, see you all tomorrow, 9 o'clock sharp. Join us on time because there might be other poll, and this entire week there is a huge release going to happen. So I will start sharp at 9 o'clock with that release and cannot wait. Thank you so much to each one for joining. See you all